Praises to the Most High King Yahuwah. This is the fourth attempt, fifth, fourth. I think it's fourth attempt of this video. I haven't stopped recording for that day. This is I think it's 2 days after the recording of that day, because every time I recorded, it's like I can't even talk about it. Okay, but maybe someday I'll talk about it. But things was happening, spirits and all that. So every time I speak about myself, my past, everything that happened in my life, especially my younger life, I am being stopped. Not stopped, but stopped. Okay, so I see that I shouldn't say a lot in public. I think that's what the angels are trying to say, or rather, the Most High is trying to say. Don't say a lot about yourself in public, especially everything that He has done with me all my life. Okay, those things are supposed to be secret until further notice. But let me try maybe a few things. Let me see if maybe these things I'm gonna try telling you are gonna be allowed. If they're not allowed, then this video will not come out. Right? So I'm gonna try things that I think they wouldn't be really that much. Alright. I wanted to talk about me, as a person, because I realize sometimes a question comes where I'm being asked, so if you given a task to do in this world, chosen whatnot, so why aren't you just going ahead and just show yourself, you know? And I'm like, no, 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 I can't just do that because it's not easy as you think. As soon as you start showing up things, like big things, people are coming for you. All right? Yeah, people are coming for you. So that's why I'm doing regular things, because I am not ready yet. Okay? Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, but not for that other things, right? You see how I speak in codes. You see how I do that. I'm just always saying, because I don't want to be. As soon as I'm being told to stop, I'm gonna stop. Okay. So all of these codes, I'm trying to, these words, I'm not finishing when I'm talking. This is me trying to run away from being stopped right now from making this video. Okay. Let me see. I I grew up in a tied house. Again, I'm using a word that wouldn't be a thing, that wouldn't be. And every time I'm being done wrong, I would get out and I would fume. Okay, just fume, just get angry, you know. And when I get outside, I would stay there for like 30 minutes. Okay, I'll get outside and I'll stay there for like 30 minutes, and I'll be angry, and the clouds. Okay, you see, I'm starting to get something, right? All right, and the clouds will start gathering, and it'll just few lightnings, lightnings, and then it'll start drizzling. Okay, you start drizzling. I I noticed this thing. I was young, by the way, But then I started noticing this thing. Why is this happening to me? Why every time in the house when I'm being done wrong, I get out and I'm fuming in the outside, and I'm just angry, and all of a sudden clouds start gathering, few lightnings, and start drizzling. Why is this? Why is this? And then after that, it all goes away. Why is this happening? Right? I'm like, okay, fine. All right, great. I feel like this point I was not stopped. I was not stopped, so I'm gonna keep going, even though I feel like there's already something, monitoring on how I say all these things. So I'm just gonna say a few things, okay? Because, like I said, the other videos I was saying a lot, okay? So I'm glad that this was even allowed, okay? Another thing, coins, right? In fact, I didn't know about the coins. I had when an angel is talking to you, but you're still young, and you're not raised in a church background family, you don't really know what's going on. You don't even want to know what's going on. But then angels was really, trying to talk to me and guiding me, right? But remember, your guiding angel is not supposed to, not you, I'm talking about me, right? It's not for a person like me. I want to be clear on this. For a person like me, okay, it's not supposed to intervene in my physical life, right? Until I'm ready to start the mission, okay? So he can leave clues and leave advices, but not intervene, okay? Okay, there we go. I'm standing. Okay. Again, every time I'm stressed, so depressed and all that, I would get out and take a walk. It's almost like something just was always telling me, get out, take a walk. Get out, take a walk. And then I'll get out and just taking a walk, whether it's night, day, morning, noon, okay? I'll go out, take a walk, and right on my house gate, I'll start collecting coins, 10 cents, 5 cents, from my gatehouse. Okay, I'll keep walking, and I'm collecting 20 cents. It's almost like someone is just laying them down for me, like in line. All right, laying them down in line, and I'm collecting them. And I'm talking about something that I can do for the whole year. If I get so stressed, so messed up, like so stressed, like I'm all up in my mind, right? It's like something's telling me to get up. Just get up, take a walk, get up, take a walk. And every time I do that, and trust me, I was always stressed, right? Again, I'm speaking in codes, so don't make me say a lot. I was always stressed, depressed, and I was ready to, do a lot of things. But then I was always told, after all that, say, get up, take a walk. Doesn't matter, at night, but I would see coins at night lining up like this, and I would pick them, until I was older, and I was wandering on like internet one day, and I was like, what is this picking coin things on the ground, right? I say picking coins in the ground, and then I was told angels are actually communicating with you, telling you that they're with you, right? And then as soon as I heard that, and read about that, I couldn't even continue with the research. Everything just came right in my mind. As soon as I read, as soon as I just said, an angel is communicating with you because it's trying to tell you that he's with you no matter what happens. As soon as I heard that, I didn't even want to hear what else. Okay, I just knew. It was almost like the information was downloaded. In fact, not that information, but a new pure information. I just everything. I was like, oh my Father. So every person that I was seeing, because it's not like I was just picking up the coins. I would pick up the coins in line, right? And then a random guy would just come across, begging it. Remember, I'm not living in a busy place, so people don't just walk by where I live. So just, especially back in the days, when I was young, we didn't have many people walking by. Now, I was picking the coins all up in my mind, and then a random guy would just come. You know when you see a person and you just know this person, doesn't have a human feeling, you know, and that I always had. That is the first gift, if it is a gift or it's just part of me, I don't know. But that is the first ability that was sorry, that was activated in me. All right, I decided to upload this video on computer, right? That's why I'm going beyond 10 minutes, right? So computer would allow me to upload this video above 10 minutes. So don't worry about it. We're gonna keep going. The Most High has always activated the gift, the ability to discern. Okay, to discern. I remember I started discerning when I was a toddler. Yes, I always knew. I just look at you like this, and then I'll just look at you guys, and then I would see if this guy is full of evil spirits and this guy is full of these spirits, and I would know who to pick me up and who to not. If you pick me up, I'm like, no, 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 don't pick me up, you know. And if you have good spirit, I would allow you to pick me up and stuff like that. I would tell the difference between someone who's human and someone who's not human, right? But I was young, of course. I didn't know how to react on that and stuff like that. I just thought, okay, this is regular. It was not regular. It was not regular, right? So with that, I would tell if this person, I'm picking up coins. I'm back on the coin story. When I'm picking up the coins, right, in line, I'm talking about picking up coins until I get to a place where I'm like, you know what? Let me turn around and go back home. Long distance. I would go my whole area, place. I'm talking about like everywhere I go, I'll pick up coins, and then random man would just come across me, right? Normally, I would see the people. Normally, I would just look down because I'm stressed. Look down, and they would pass next to me, and I would feel, when someone is looking at you but is not looking at you. That's exactly how it feels. I feel like this guy. Normally I would see it when they pass, like when they just cross like this, and then I'm like, this guy, who's that? Oh, anyway, I'm young, by the way. So I realized those were angels, right? Those were celestials, trying to check me out if I'm okay and all that. Okay, I feel like that's enough of that story. I can keep going, but no more. And then what else? Let me see, because I wrote these things down just to um make sure I don't say a lot because I don't want to be stopped again, right? Even though I feel like already there's a tension right now. Um, you see all the stories I'm telling you, but I'm not getting deep with it. Yes, because I don't wanna. I don't want. All right, so let's talk about healing, right? Let's talk about healing. I didn't know about healing until I went to church, right? I never thought you could heal someone by touching him, ever, right? I always thought that was just some, I don't know, fantasy or whatever, right? But listen to me. I went to church. I started going to church, and of course, guardian angel would recommend me going to church. At this point, it wouldn't matter which church as long as I'm going to church, so I can hear about the scripture and the Most High and all that. As long as I'm hearing something about, you know. But then I started seeing pastors praying for people sick, touching them. I'm like, oh, okay, that happens. All right, cool. And then I started being one of them, because some people can see the gift in you. They're like, okay, this guy is something. There's a spark in him, his face, and all that. Cool. And then I started being the one of the spiritual sons. That's what they called us. Okay, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I cannot continue with that one. Yeah, I cannot continue with that one. I'm stopped. Let's try. Okay, let's try this one. One day, I went to a school, right? Because we call it LCO. LCO, right? Learners Church Organization. That's what it was. So we would sort of gather as learners and make a church gathering, right? And then I remember that day it was me who was supposed to lead the church. And then I remember I did a little Bible thing, and then I told everyone, you know that you are bigger than you are, and you are meant to be bigger than this. You have powers and all that. Because it's youth, by the way. So they're just, some of them will say yeah, some of them will say no, some of them will just laugh. And I say, you know what? Why don't you come up front and let me activate your abilities? And of course, they're gonna come up front thinking that I'm just playing around. And then I touched them and I activated their abilities, right? And then I said, for those who couldn't prophesy, I want you to prophesy right now, right? I'm telling you, they started prophesying, they started going crazy, one of them started going outside prophesying random people in the streets, went to a house, prophesied a mom, a dad, and for some reason, that short service right there, I think it was an hour, okay? That short service went across my place, everywhere, the place, okay? Churches around, they were looking for me. They didn't know who I am. They didn't know me. They started looking for me. Who is this boy you're talking about? He did what? And they were looking for me. They say, we want him, right? My own father in church was shocked. He heard about this. He said, hey, I heard that you were doing some miracles and you were praying for people, activating their gift. You can do that? I'm like, is that something deep? Really? Is that too deep that you really... And everyone's looking for me. I don't know, pastors from everywhere, churches, they're asking about me. They don't know me because I'm just a boy, And first of all, how did they know about this? And that's when I knew. That's when I learned that as soon as you show your abilities as a chosen person, you are quickly known and you have quick attention. That's how I knew. I thought I was doing something small, but it turns out it was something big. Because I'm telling you, every kid on that line, I think it was 6 of them, if it's not somewhere in 6, 7, 8, I don't know, they started prophesying, doing gifts and all that. All I'm trying to say is that tiny thing I did sort of grabbed a lot of attention for me that I don't even know how it got out. Like my whole area, I live in a big place, by the way, it's big, and every church pastor and they were looking for me. Say, who? What did they do? What they did? What? Oh, okay. And they started respecting me. Pastors, they were older than me, started respecting me. I'm like, what? Really? I wasn't even, I thought I was doing something tiny. So if I start doing something big, it's going to be a problem, right? Cool. But anyway, let's keep moving. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say this one, and then I close the video. I did something that, I thought, because it's my mom, it's my mother, right? I thought, okay, this is my mother, so it wouldn't be bad if I just sort of do something crazy and miraculous, right? Yeah, just do something beyond this world, right? It's my mom, and for the first time, I think she's gonna see what all this is worth, right? Because my mom was a drunkard, so she didn't care about a lot until she started being interested in lottery, right? She was betting lottery. We call it lotto in South Africa. Lotto. I don't know if that's a word across the world. So it's lottery, right? She started betting lottery, and I'm like, she's just betting lottery. Of course, she's not gonna win. Nobody wins that thing. But then she started she started asking me the numbers. She was like, okay, I don't want to write numbers anymore. You write numbers. And I'm like, Mom, no, I'm not doing that. She's like, please do it. And then first time I'm like writing numbers. I'm like, there you go. And she's like, okay, cool. And then she came back again. I read numbers. There you go. And then okay, I'm like, okay, my mom is serious about this, right? Okay, let me show him some. Let me show her something, right? Because she's serious about the lottery, right? Okay, let me show her something. And good timing, by the way. I was praying. I was in the house praying. Remember the story I told you about me praying until my face shone, until my face was shining, right? My face was shining. Remember the story? Yes, it was. It was during those times, right? I remember I was praying. It was those. I think it was around those 2 months that right there. And I said, okay, give me that paper. You want numbers, right? How many numbers? 6. Okay, cool. I said, okay, go, go. She's like, yeah, but I want the numbers. I'm like, go. I'll bring them to you, right? And then I just stood like this, and then I sort of downloaded the numbers. I downloaded the numbers and I wrote every number that was coming up. Okay. All right, cool. I wrote every number that was coming up. Okay, every number, bonus number, everything, 6 numbers correct. I gave her the paper. I said here, right? No, I said here. You know what happened? The next day, today is a betting day, and the next day is the lottery. What do you call it? The results day, right? I gave her the numbers. She wrote everything down, the ticket. She didn't go to bet the lottery, okay? She chose to stay with her friend and drink alcohol, right? She kept drinking alcohol until she didn't mind the numbers and the lottery, and got drunk, went to sleep, wake up tomorrow, and she was watching the numbers, right, on TV, and she realized this is every number that my son wrote for me in the paper. She cried, okay? And by the way, this is a story that my mama made my brother and my sister to swear to never tell me this story, right? My mama died. My younger brother told my grandfather, but then my grandfather told me, right? You see? So now I know about the story. My mama cried. Oh my. I remember my mama stopped drinking alcohol. She stopped. She was like, I gotta say, my son is something else. My son is out of this world. But I betrayed my chance. So I gotta, my mama started being formal. She started going to church and stuff like that. Right? But okay. Okay, I can't go further with that story. Nevertheless, the point has been made. Yeah, that's it. And the other things, it's just I couldn't say it. I've been stopped. Like I said, this is the fourth time. This is the fourth or fifth time I'm attempting to do this video. All right, and I've been saying a lot in those other videos, and I've been stopped and say, hey, you can't tell the world this. You can't tell the world this. And even this, I told you right now, I feel like it's still a lot, right? But I don't think it will get me a lot of attention. Okay, I think it's cool. Anyway, as for healing, right? Healing is something that because I was watching my spiritual fathers praying for the sick, they would sweat and yell and shout, just because someone has a headache, just because someone has a little something on the breast, because someone's belly is painful, stomach ache and all that, just because someone, any sort of sickness, they would pray and they would put their hands on your head and just pray, and they would start praying in that. That's not that. By the way, I used to pray with that tongues thing. It's not tongues. Those are not tongues. Okay, I know probably, I'll probably start a little, tension right now. But it's true. Yeah, the truth shall set you free. All of that, those are not tongues. They were never tongues. Then they are not tongues at all. Okay? That's something else. But then I'm gonna talk about it in some other video. So they did all that when they prayed for people. And some of them, they got healed. Some of them, they didn't get healed and stuff like that. But then when it came to me, right, I wanted to imitate them, to actually fight, to do as they do, right? But then one day, I remember I started praying for people. So simple. So simple. It didn't matter what kind of sickness you are. HIV, cancer, it doesn't matter if you had I remember we went to a place called Mayflower, and I was giving them new organs. Yes, I was giving them literally new organs in their body. If you have an organ that is giving you a problem inside you, I would give you a new one. Yes, people were just coming, getting new organs. And I wasn't even yelling, shouting, and nothing. I was just, I even joke about healing people. Like I heal people while I'm joking, sort of a thing. And then my brothers and fathers in my church, they didn't like that style, because it looks so simple to me, but to them it's sort of a struggle, But then healing is like something, it doesn't even make sense to me. Like I'm not to say it's not supposed to be hard, right? But to me, it just never been a hard thing at all, right? Yes. And yeah, I wish we can meet so I can pray for you, if you're sick. Oh, by the way, I am open for invitations to church. I think I put my website down below, the Royal Awakened website. You can invite me to a church, but then please, when you invite me to your church, just know that I'm going to tell everyone the truth. I'm going to teach people deep things about the Most High and the world we live in. Okay? I'm not holding back. I'm not doing all that playing. I don't play. Okay? I'm not doing all that stage drama that you guys do. I'm not doing that. Okay? Okay, so when you invite me to church to preach, okay, just be ready. Be ready. Okay? Yes, be ready. I'm not the type of person. I'm not. Please, if you can't handle the truth as it is, right? If you can't handle deep things, just don't invite me. It's better. Okay? I'm gonna be here praying for you to be better. All right? Yes. So yeah. With that being said, I just want to say, to be a chosen person is not as easy and cruel as you think. Okay? Yeah, it's not as easy as cool as you think. Um, unless, well, the evil spirit didn't care about you. They didn't know about you, because that's what happens, right? They first don't have a clue about you, right? That's why they just let you live your life. As soon as they have a clue about you, oh, they're coming for you, baby. They're coming for you, right? I think that's one of the reason um, my my guardian angel is telling me to stop talking about this in public. Okay. In the next video, I'm going to tell you a story of someone who was an avatar, someone who was, they call him the Black Jesus, right? Yes, I'm gonna tell you a story of a guy. His name was Simeon Toko, right? So in the next video, so it's gonna be a part 2 of this one, right? Just scroll down, scroll up, I don't know, or just follow somewhere, I don't know. Just click the follow button so you can get all these videos that I post. Well, if it's in YouTube, subscribe down here, down somewhere. Subscribe so you can get all these videos. But in the next video, I'll be telling you a story about Simeon Toko, right? I recommend that you go click that video so you can watch and know the story about the guy, Simeon Toko. Remember though, we are the core.